Teesport in the northeast of England is the largest private employer in the Tees Valley. 20% of the port's workforce is under 30 years old. At Teesport Commercial, success is judged not just in pounds and pence, it's also about creating the jobs of tomorrow and driving socio-economic growth in the region.
Owned and operated by PD Ports, Teesport is driven day and night, 365 days a year, by a vision of what ports could be in the future, and their role driving growth and sustainability in the green economy. The UK's Northern Gateway for international trade handles some 26 vessel calls a week and has driven opportunity and prosperity here for generations.
We want to be one of Britain's largest ports by the end of this decade. But by doing so, we always also want to be the most sustainable. And when I mean most sustainable, that's to get to net zero. And to be very specific, we want to get to net zero by 2027.
For the man driving the vision, sustainability is the new economic reality.
If you don't become efficient when it comes to your carbon footprint, you actually do become a dinosaur. You're going to be left behind. The public is voting with their feet. They're looking at the big retailers, the big suppliers. We are all asking them to decarbonise their supply chain. They're then talking to their logistics providers, including the port, saying, hey, what are you doing?
And what Teesport is doing is investing in greener and smarter infrastructure, more than £120 million over the past decade. There's the new 320,000 square foot Teesport bulks terminal, new port cranes, automated gates, electrified port machinery, and a growing rail freight terminal providing services in partnership with all 4 major rail freight operators. The strategy is paying dividends. 10% growth year on year in container handling volumes over the last decade. And plans to expand to 1.5 million containers through the development of the multi-million-pound Northern Gateway container terminal. Long-term contracts with major retailers for national distribution centres. 25 weekly rail freight services, a number that's expected to grow 50% over the next decade. All evidence that customers are choosing Teesport because they see it as a vital component in their own decarbonisation strategies. If Franz Collier is clear about the destination, he's equally clear about how, or rather who, will get him there.
First and foremost, get real agents for change in, and that's getting young people into your business. Give them the tools, give them the skills, educate them. Ultimately, they will tell you what they think you need to do in order to move this business forward. It's work.
Nearly a quarter of the 1,000 staff employed by PD Ports at Teesport are under 30 years old. The company seeks to attract, develop and retain talent through its industry-leading apprenticeship program and in partnerships with charities like the High Tide Foundation, universities and other educational establishments. People like apprentice civil engineer Emily Clark.
I did a 4-week internship with PD Ports in which I worked in each of the different departments. I found out that civil engineering was the one that I enjoyed most. So when I was offered a job here as an apprentice civil engineer, I was happy to take it and jumped at the chance. Mainly because I knew I'd be supported in my progression, but also because they were going to put me through my degree, which is brilliant.
Drew Reeder is 10 years into his career as a mechanical engineer with PD Ports. As the port heads towards net zero, he's gaining skills for the green economy.
Creating jobs of the future, obviously we're adapting, we're going to new technology. We're already bringing in different machines, different types of machines that run on different fuel sources. We need a variety of people to keep the maintenance, obviously, and operate these machines.
Over the decades, Teesport has learned to adapt. When steel company SSI closed in 2015, PD Ports lost a large proportion of its business overnight. But the port operator pressed on with diversification, securing long-term contracts with international bulk customers, and now employs more people than ever before. Both Drew and Emily are benefiting from a business that's forward-looking and chose to lead, not follow. All of which means Teesport will likely remain a vital key piece of UK infrastructure.
It's incredibly important location-wise, but also because of the availability, and it is deep water. You can bring all sorts of commodities. It just offers anything that anyone wants from a maritime transport perspective.
In choosing a path to net zero, Teesport has embraced a vision of what ports can be: progressive, sustainable and socially responsible businesses that grow and diversify alongside the green economy. And for the man at the helm at Teesport, change can't come quickly enough.
Getting a port to net zero in the foreseeable future is actually not that difficult. And personally, as well as professionally, I think kicking it down the road, saying that we're going to do it in 2050, is simply not good enough. I'm a little bit impatient. I'm in a hurry. We're going to do this, and we're going to live with 2027. I'm not going to wait for anybody else to do that.